first week of October 2022, a Wednesday night, Wednesday evening. Got a bunch of trucks here to the left. One, two, three, four trucks. And I'm gonna get some shots of the over launch platform as well. So they're bringing in the trucks. They're fueling it up, guys, gals. Welcome to the stream. I just started the stream. I'll be getting the mic in a little bit and hooking that up. Down. Alright, good to know. So the next activity is this Friday, 8 to 8. Is it 8 to 8? Good, I thought it was earlier in the week it was like 8 to 4 or something. Okay, so they have 8 to 8. Good stuff. Good stuff. There's a bunch of noise that kind of just started over by the back of the area back there. Kind of got real noisy recently. I'm gonna go get a microphone and some earplugs. Be back in a minute. Hooking up the mic right now. Hey, Sir Chris. let me know how the sound is now. I got some earplugs in and a microphone too. I'm standing in the back of the truck. Yep, wind is pretty bad. It's getting cool out here in the. We started getting a lot cooler weather. Truck coming through. Oxygen truck coming through, everybody. Oxygen. Good stuff. Hey, Tom. Thanks for the heads up about the road closure. I made that adjustment after seeing your comment over there yesterday or this morning. I'm not sure what it was. So just saw a oxygen truck leave. So they got some liquid oxygen here, and no doubt they have some liquid nitrogen as well. This truck in front of us is probably in the center there is probably a liquid nitrogen tanker. I'm gonna get a shot, see if I can zoom in on that and get that shot. I don't know if that made it possible to see or not, but yeah, it could also be cold just because I'm standing by the tank farm here too. That could be another reason. These liquids are pretty cold, but generally it's pretty cool this evening. I know from previous years, this last winter, and I know the one before that was pretty cold down here. So at nighttime it can get cold in this area. Even in the I used to, for a year and a half, I lived over in Arizona, and you get some really cold winters over there, December, January, whatever. During the daytime it's hot, but at nighttime, wow. All right, then to the right here, I guess I get a shot of the. I'll probably do a 20-minute show or something like that. Maybe another 20-something minutes. Okay, Sir Chris says he's seeing a lot of prepping going on all over here. Okay, we still got booster 8 here. As I drove by there pretty quick, I got a small look at. I didn't see anything going on over there at the booster 8 or the Marvin crane there. But I don't know if any methane tankers have been coming in. Have you seen any of those tankers come in? Okay, Tom's mentioning that there was a Crew 5 launch to on one of the space rockets going up to the International Space Station, I assume. I did see some photos and I didn't watch the video. I've been busy all day. And then this evening I watched some other things that are more kind of, at least for the moment, interesting to me. Cool. Thanks for the reminder. So Tom says the Starship Tower at KSC is taller than a fully stacked Crew rocket. Wow. So today was the Crew 5 launch, says Tom Sicoli. I did an interview with a healthcare company today, involved in some life-saving type stuff. I don't know if I'm going to do it. If they offer me the job, I don't know if I'd do it just because of the COVID. I think they generally require a COVID thing unless you have some religious or some other type of medical. I do have both a religious and a medical thing against getting the COVID shot. At least the ones that I've become aware of. They're experimental, so yeah, I'm not sure I would go for that, but maybe the money's good enough, and maybe it'd be worth taking the shot and getting it out of the way. But I'm still, at least I did the interview. I know the work is tremendously exciting work, but I'm not sure it's worth risking my health for an experimental shot. I mean, if they offered me like $6,000 a month, then I'd have to consider it. But yeah, I'm also in conversation with a group of attorneys, and we're going to meet at the end of this month in October. Let me see. Sir Chris says, "You want cold? Come to my city. It's #1 of the coldest cities on the planet in the winter." Wow. Okay, Tom says they can't ask you for that anymore unless Texas has other laws. Oh, that's cool. Good to know. Thanks, Tom. Yeah, that's really good to know. I'll see how it all pans out. Ideally, I'm also meeting with a group of attorneys around the end of this month, the last week of it, and we're going to talk about maybe 4 or 5 different attorneys, and we're going to talk about possible next steps for an OceanCam private placement memorandum or something like that to do, and maybe a stock offering in November or some other time. But yeah, so that's also going forward as well. So I started making some notes, some talking points, and I have a bunch of stuff that I've gone through just on my own for when I got to this point, and there's a lot of preparation I want to do before that meeting. I want to maybe scout out a lot of people on Twitter. I mean, a lot of people on LinkedIn who my friend requested, and there's a lot more collaboration and potential planning I can do with some of the people I'm friends with now on Twitter. I keep wanting to say Twitter. I guess the big news today was Elon Musk accepting the $44 billion Twitter deal. But now let's get back to LinkedIn. I've got a lot of friends in the LinkedIn space or in the space sector. I think I might have to find some friends in the water sector, but because when I start looking forward toward just a lot of linking, a lot of connections I need to do between now and that meeting. I want to be more prepared as far as potential people I might hire and stuff like that. I was watching a video by a gentleman that I like to watch, and he was talking about how you can do a bottom-up presentation strategy, bottom-up strategy, or you can do a top-down strategy. And so the top-down strategy involves the finding a use case for the governments and the military. So you make agreements with the top-down, the people with the biggest amount of money. It could even be maybe making an agreement with SpaceX or some other type of government organization. So government or military, even a university, or another government that has a space program. So I was kind of looking at the top-down strategy, what that might be. If you have any ideas, let me know. But it could be like providing water to some government space organizations, maybe from some of the nearby moons in our solar system, maybe for future military voyages out into the different moons and planets in our solar system. to secure that water for those missions. But for all different types of government organizations and military organizations, or even entire governments that might want to branch out with their population into other planets in our solar system, other moons, other space colonies to provide that water. So definitely the Ocean Camera Space Corp mission would be accomplished by getting the video imagery as well as pumping of the water into storage containers and then selling it. So we would get the imagery and we would secure the water for the investors to profit from their investment. So that top-down strategy is it's definitely one way of going forward and proposing that for a private placement memorandum, like a business talking point plan kind of thing. The other type of thing would be, the bottom-up strategy. But so that's one talking point. So I'm I made the kind of confirm the date with an attorney yesterday to meet with the group of like 4 or 5 different attorneys, and so I'm definitely working on that with a kind of end date for something to come out of that. So that was fun. So just like the decadal study put out by Johns Hopkins University on their proposal to go to Enceladus, I would be the team I reach out to, all different types of different professionals for the board, everything from the board to the different team members, to the different partnerships that might be useful. Yeah, I'm going to be working on that. Even with more of a kind of a finished point or some type of first draft toward the end of this month. I'm gonna have to do a lot of computer time with that to sit down in front of a computer. I did some of that tonight, but a lot more to do. So maybe in the next month, a lot of changes are gonna happen. I'll probably go buy a couple solar panels too, so that I can start live streaming again during the daytime. But I will be getting paid again this Friday, and I think it's going to be a nice paycheck for the temp work I've been doing. And so anyway, good money's coming in right now. I think the job ends first week of November, so it's going to be good money for the next maybe 4 weeks. And figure something out at that point. Yeah, so what do I see here? We got the tankers coming in and out. Different types of things, oxygen, liquid nitrogen. I haven't seen the liquid nitrogen, but I assume some of these are liquid nitrogen. Different cranes. There are not as many trucks here as some other nights. We definitely don't see as many lifts up there at least from this angle, on the orbital launch platform. Maybe they did most of they did a tremendous amount of work yesterday night, and maybe earlier today they may have been doing a lot more up there, but I haven't seen anything from the site. Maybe you've been watching, can let us know what you've been seeing, what you saw today. I'll get some shots of the trucks as well as the Starship here. So we still got the Starship 24 here. I got some, when I do 4K imagery, it is 4K when I upload it, so I don't know if YouTube does 4K, but after I take the 4K imagery, I do upload it, and I don't know if it's something on my end that I'm messing up on, or whether YouTube just doesn't do 4K. I don't know, but I've been taking the imagery when I do 4K imagery. I take it in 4K. it just somehow it doesn't end up as 4K on YouTube. I don't understand what that's about, but maybe it's just some of the imagery that I take. Let me know if you've ever seen any of the 4K imagery I put up and whether it was 4K when you watched it or not. Have you ever watched anything I put up in 4K is the question. Because I've had these two different cameras, and I know when I do a Nikon video, if I don't edit it, that's definitely 4K, and it takes many gigabytes to upload. With the iPhone, I shoot it in 4K, and maybe it's possible that the iMovie bumps it down, but I think the iMovie still keeps it at 4K. I do some clips with the iPhone, which I don't edit in iMovie, and I upload those as 4K as well. I can do more of that if that's what's happening. I'm not sure if the iMovie is cutting it down to 1080, but I don't know. I know a lot of people don't watch 4K imagery anyway, so, but if you've ever watched anything, maybe where I've had the really nice fading, one video to the next, it kind of blends into the next one. That's been done on iMovie, and yeah, let me know if that was 4K for you. All right, so I don't see much going on here with the launch platform. I love the color though. That kind of reminds me of something. There was a Michael Crichton movie called Sphere, S-P-H-E-R-E, Sphere, and that had some underwater stuff with those kind of lights, that kind of water view. That's what that reminds me of. I like looking at it. I got this in higher quality imagery. I'll upload this later as well, this shot here. We're looking at 720 right now. And the chopsticks are pointing this direction. Last night they were pointing the other direction, so I don't know if they're working on maybe the RAM actuators, or maybe they just had it this direction. Maybe they needed it over the launch platform yesterday, but not today. I don't know, but it is pointing toward us instead of away from us as it was last night. That is a liquid nitrogen tanker just past us, so yep, they got nitrogen here offloading. I want to get another shot or something. Yeah, so that's that shot. I'll come back to it if I think of something. Oh yeah, I did remember. I want to get the chopsticks once more. You can see pretty good that they are a fist in this direction. So. They've been busy. Sir Chris. Okay. Yeah, so Sir Chris says, whatever we do, we need to go out there and see what's there that we can make use of. Yeah, that's really good. You know, I'm going to, there was a mission to one of the asteroids recently, and they did a touch and go where they kind of they planned to scoop up some of the material, and they ended up sinking like 1.5 meters or 4 or more feet down into the asteroid because the asteroid has so little gravity. All the debris on top of the asteroid was not compacted. It wasn't very. It was just all loose like a gravel type thing. I've heard the moon is like this too, where you kind of sink into it because the gravity on the moon is not that much either, apparently. So, but on these asteroids, it's kind of just very like if you were in the ocean and you were moving your feet around on top of the sand, all that sand is running around because it's not held down by much. You know, it's all that got that water buoyancy going on. So, since the gravity on these different asteroids is so little, the debris, it's just like a clutter of liquid nitrogen oxygen. I'm not sure what that was. Anyway, it's just a collection of small rocks and debris. It's not really compacted at all. So if you wanted to do some type of asteroid mining or anything like that, you really just need to scoop it up or get a vacuum cleaner, and you could scoop up all. You can get all that debris off the surface. You know, I don't know if you can use a vacuum in space on top of a moon too, because it's already a vacuum mostly. So maybe there's a small atmosphere and you can do something similar. But I think they use some type of air pressure or something like that to push the. So instead of a suction, they use a pressure from a release of gas into an area to stir up the rocks on top of the surface of the asteroid. So I don't remember why I was talking about that. Let me see. Oh yeah, so Sir Chris said he had said whatever we do, we need to go out there and see what's there that we can make use of. So yeah, it's to see what we can make use of, right? And so if it's not that hard to stir up the soil or the rocks on these different asteroids. So it'd be very easy to sort through those rocks to maybe get a magnet and kind of immediately pick up the things that have iron in them. Anything with a magnetic field would instantly get attracted to a magnet. And then, so that'd be one way of sifting through the rocks that we would gather from those asteroids. And then some other type of things to sort through, maybe some of the others, if there is any difference at all between the different stones that we might find. Maybe there'd be a lot of metallic things, because a lot of asteroids, they have that green, I think it's green asteroid kind of stuff. But yeah, it'd be pretty interesting to mine an asteroid without actually needing mining equipment. I'm going to wrap it up in the next 3 minutes, and I'll get kind of get into the zone here when I start. Hey Tony, start getting down here with the video, start forgetting everything else, and just I'm here, chatting, interacting. It's good to be here, kind of be carefree a little bit when you get out to wherever it is that you're looking at, or making a painting, or whatever it is that for you, or maybe it's watching these videos where you just kind of forget everything else. Some good stuff. We got a good shot of the moon tonight as well. Yeah, so Sir Chris says, can't wait to see what they do on Friday. That's true, right? Yeah. Yeah, just made the cam in the chat. That's right. That's right. Yep. It was out here last night too. We had this similar type of clouds in the sky there. We got the green lights on the tower too. I don't know, are there any green lights on the tower out there in Florida? Anyone get any night shots of the tower? That'd be a good thing to know. We got green lights here. We got the green lights here. Green lights for Boca Chica, Texas. That's right. Tony says, good stuff. Nice. Liked it. Green light, I got it. Tony says green light for Boca Chica. So green light for launch is what I think Tony's touching on there. Green light to go. Yeah, there we go. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up. So light that puppy, right? I didn't bring any lighters with me. I do. I have one of those butane torches you can get from Walmart. I got one of those butane torches. Maybe I can light it off. Yeah. Good stuff. All right, it's good chatting with you. Maybe I'll be here tomorrow night again. Who knows? See where everything leads. See what happens in the world. Maybe I'll wake up tomorrow. Maybe we'll all wake up tomorrow and do this again. Yep. So Chris, Tony, nice to see you as well. A lot of fun, everybody. Tom, nice to see you. Thanks for the chiming in. And yeah, it was also Stephanie reached out last night after the chat, so I got her email and put her in touch with those people with the channel. And it was nice how that came to be, where you know, I put something out there that someone was maybe interested in chatting with somebody, and some people reached out, and maybe something will happen with some of that. So good stuff. A little community thing going on here. All right. Good night. See you tomorrow, maybe, or sometime in the future, or in the next dimension, or on some other planet somewhere. Signing out. Good to see you. Chat with you here. Paul Marcos, Ocean Camera Space Corp, CEO. CEO. That means chief executive official. The official with the chief and the executive. All right, see you soon. Thanks. Signing out. Paul here. All right.